I think you raise a really important question because I don't see any sign that the Europeans gave any thought to the strategic consequences of what they were doing. They were so caught up in the sort of sense of the struggle against Russia, against Putin, the dictator, and all of this. And it's become a sort of fervor in Europe. Or everywhere there are sort of blue and yellow symbols of Ukraine. It's become such a fervor that I don't think they really thought. I mean, Europe cannot manage as it is. They cannot get gas from anywhere else that will substitute from Russian gas. That's just obvious. The Americans have promised a small amount of new liquefied gas, natural gas, but that will cover about 4% of EU needs. Europe required 40%. Qatar is not going to be able to supply it. It's not going to get supplied. So why do they go into these things without any thinking? And then suddenly they say, well, we're going to divest ourselves from reliance on Russian or oil and gas within a year. How? I mean, have they got a plan for this? Is this serious? How are you going to do that? You know, you can't just change these things overnight. Then they're surprised when Russia says, okay, now pay in rubles. Did they not consider that possibility? Did they not think where it was going to take them? Have they not considered the impact on inflation? And inflation is soaring in the European Union at the moment, while they still stay on a monetary and economic policy, which is nuts. They're still doing quantitative easing and negative interest rates effectively, and buying all the bonds that certain countries produce to fund their debt. I mean, how long can you go on that sort of basis when inflation is, you know, the inflation figures are highly manipulated, but we're talking about large figures, double-digit figures in Europe in reality, even if they say it's a little less.